So with that, combat is ended. And I will remove the beetles. No, I can't remove the beetles.
They'll be on the object.
Well, I have to say, you guys don't make fair guardians if you let those creatures crawl inside my armor, though I do thank you, sir, for healing me. I've only ever seen that done a couple of times, but yes.
You are quite welcome, my good sir.
Yep. I've only seen it a couple of times before in my life, but only from men of different gods to mine. I've never seen a follower of Hor heal a man.
Yes. You see, I follow different gods entirely. The god I follow is human ingenuity.
I see. Well, that's very interesting. But I have a feeling that I could ask my god, and I'm sure he'd grant me the blessing of healing. Maybe we'll find out at some point.
I kind of look round at this big open garden.
In fact, you know what? Here, dwarf, come over here.
Just as he was getting towards it, I'm going to say you're looking at this dirt pile, you're going to notice it was probably a nest. This one seems to have come up from underneath as opposed to been dug out and replaced.
Right.
Just a little question. When I said, here, dwarf, come over here, did Loin hear me and walk away, or did he not hear me?
I think I'd already started moving before.
Okay, I'm going to assume he didn't hear me then. And not take
He'll
it as
come back. What?
Well, there appears to be some blood coming from under your armor.
It was just a tickle.
Well, I want to try something out. I've made a new friend in my god Hor.
Yes.
Perhaps he'll grant me the blessings of this fella on my left. And I will lay on hands. Or, is it metagaming to lay on hands for as much damage as he has taken?
No, it doesn't say. You could do it one point at a time outside of combat. That's not a worry.
Alright, so I'll do it for... I actually don't know how much
3.
he's taken.
3, I think.
I'll do it for 3 then. Wait, lay on hands. Lay on hands, lay on hands. I definitely didn't click it 3 times. I need to hit for my counter.
There we go.
Oh, that was a very strange feeling.
Your feet feel better after being nibbled by the beetles.
Well, there you go. How about that? I turn to Kaneki. Seems faith has some power in this world after all, eh?
Aye. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Awful thing when you start mimicking someone's accent back to them.
Well, I am used to being in disguises and fitting in with all kinds of people.
Disguise what? Sorry.
Disguises, you know. As an inspector, it's my duty to investigate crime. Sometimes that involves getting my hands a little bit unclean with the common rabble, you might say.
Well, you tell me I know about that. Oh, sorry, Lloyd, you've earned some of my respect, so I apologise for interrupting you.
Thank you. But bugs came from 2 of these nests, but not the other place that the inspector...
Nests, you say? And I walk over and, visibly confirm this fact.
It is
right, you are.
Insect's nest.
Yes, it's much clearer over here.
But the other one had nothing come out of it. The one to the left.
Yes, perhaps, and I kind of get out my parchment and I scrawl off 4 victims and change it to 2 victims. Potentially with a question mark next to it. And then I look around and I say to the party, I don't suppose any of you have a spade or...
Oh my goodness, I wouldn't carry around a spade if I could introduce you to my servant and I suppose good friend Baldric and his companions. We'd find you a spade, but...
Has anyone seen a spade or gardening tools or anything we can use to unearth? I mean, I suppose a rat probably doesn't.
I assuredly
Are you
have not
rolling
even
around? Are you rolling around in a rat's nest?
I'd stopped eating beetles. And
Because I just had it in my head, but I was just about to recommend you go dig with your hands, and I glance to my right, and you're just like rolling around in the dirt.
the rat guy is currently just in the process, or maybe now would be a good time to finish, of pouring a flask of oil down the nest and then lighting it on fire.
Fair enough. Let me remove that as it just goes up into smoke and leaves a small ashen ring in place.
Well, these trinkets of yours do amaze me, young rat folk.
Yes, many thanks.
I see you're a master of fire. That may come in handy to us.
Like to subtly try and hide the little tinder box, the really mundane way you used to lit it.
That's. Do you want to make a sleight of hand against his passive perception?
Yes, I demand it. Oh,
Well,
you
he beats it by some distance.
Yes. Much power.
The only one who would have seen you hiding that was Kaneki.
Yeah,
Neki
so
just
that was
chortles.
11. That's it. Yeah.
Well, I grow tired of this place. I suggest we find the exit so I can link up with my chef and have my dinner cooked for me. I'm feeling rather hungry.
Perhaps the rat
So-
can dig over here.
Yes, we must at least conclude the investigation before we go. We can't leave this unanswered.
Well, the other two things were nests, and nothing came out of here.
And this one does appear to look different from the other two.
Here, look,
Buried.
you guys are bloody idiots. This is just another beetle's nest. It's probably just a bunch of rubbish, and I will hit it with my great axe.
As you do, you hear a small thunk.
Can I take my great axe back?
You can pull your great axe back out, and with it comes a small wooden box.
Oh, what have you got
Stuck
there?
I,
onto the end of the great axe.
Can I perform a sleight of hand check to try and take the box?
I mean, everyone's just seen you pull it out of a pile of dirt, but
From the end of an
Disadvantage?
axe.
sure,
Disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Alright. That is a
Literally,
9.
everyone just saw you do it.
Okay.
I
Well, that's
can't.
what I've
What
just done.
are you attempting to pocket a coffin? What is that you've got there?
Well, I don't know. I thought it was just stuck to my axe. Normally I don't do this sort of thing. My servants deal with it, so I've no idea. I mean, I've taken it off my axe now, so it's nothing to worry about. I say as I attempt to put it on my person.
The small wooden, and I said coffer, not coffin.
Yeah, but Kaneki would have just seen a box get pulled out of the soil.
I was gonna say, unless someone had
seen
buried
what
a
it
pet
was.
hamster, it's not.
Oh,
a
tiny box.
coffer, yeah, little like jewelry box size.
Alright,
Well, maybe in
that's,
comparison to the half orc's massive bulk.
It
Can't
could
tell
be
what
an-
it is.
I am in the process of putting it in my pocket right now.
That's fine.
it could be an urn, a box
could
of
be an urn?
ashes.
Let's
What
have a
are you
look at
talking
it.
about? Look at what? What you guys are...
Right,
what are you
retcon. I've got
standing over there
handcuffs.
for?
Sorry, what? Retcon?
Retcon. I've got handcuffs
Okay, so you're
and
currently taking out
and a Billy Boy club.
I think I might actually have manacles.
Yeah,
I
what have
do.
we got here then?
Yeah, I do.
Fucking hell.
Hello, hello, hello.
At the very least, you must put an inspector's mind at ease. Please, just show us the contents of this box.
Alright, very well. There's only one thing for this situation. There's only one man I trust with my personal belongings, with what I just found in this hole, and that's my personal servant. And unfortunately, my personal servant, Baldric, isn't here right now, so I must elect one of you as my personal servant. Two of you seem to not show the traits of loyalty, so I declare that this creature here, who I have yet not named, but I shall, will inspect the box and then hand it back to me. And I hand it to Ratman.
I would like to try and peer over their shoulder and watch.
Okay.
How's it
No,
shut?
we're not doing it secretly. I'm
It's
handing it.
just got a little like spinning clasp. You can just turn it with one finger.
I'm gonna hold it with one hand and pull out a short sword and just bash it with the handle and see if it
Like-
opens it up.
I would like to grab it. I would like to attempt to grab it as he's doing that.
Sure. We'll have contested acrobatics, athletics.
Wait, which one am I? Acrobatics? Oh no.
Acrobatics for you, athletics for him to snatch it away.
Right, that's a 12.
Oh, 15. He got there faster than you could grab it off as he bashes the lock open. Or the latch open.
What's in it?
You strange creature, what are you doing? That box could be worth money.
You
as
say
you
open.
I was say it also has a split down the middle where it was stuck to your axe, so you could have kind of looked through the gap in the top. To be fair, but as you open it up, there is a very shiny gold coin with a picture of a man whistling on both sides, and because it was picked up through an axe being swung at it and all this shaking around, broken fragments of a flower pot.
Creature, you may keep the contents as long as you pledge your servitude to me, your lord, Viscount Joffredus Avalain.
Would you like to inspect any of the items in the box closer?
When he says that, I'd like to just drop the box on the floor and then start digging around in the dirt to see if there's anything else.
Fair enough. There is nothing else in the dirt as you spend your time looking through.
I will stoop to pick up the box.
Fair enough.
In this world, do the dwarves have any kind of gold sickness? The dragon sickness?
No, not so badly. This one, dwarves are more militant than they are
Yeah,
greedy.
He's not going to be staring at the coin or anything.
No.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
it's
Good.
an
Inspect
interesting looking coin, but
Inspector Dots is just a bit baffled as to why someone will bury a single gold coin in a flower
flower pot.
pot.
I will, I'll pick up the box and inspect the contents.
Sure. You get a magical prang off the coin and what feels like dispelled magic from the pot where it was broken. Make an Arcana check on the coin.
Very well.
2. It be magic.
Right, something afoot about this thing here. Don't know about that, that's broken. Is the box broken as well?
The box is kind of ruined, yeah.
Right, I toss it asunder.
An inkling, you say? Are you getting a heebie-jeebies from it?
Well, I don't know if I describe it as a heebie-jeebies, as I have not yet ever heard that word in my 55 years on this world.
Oh,
Well,
you're only a
It can't
child.
be invented for another 500.
Being a man of the arcane, you might say, would you like me to take a look at it on your behalf?
Well, perhaps I shall offer you the same deal that I gave this ungrateful creature here to my right. If you pledge your servitude to me, you may keep this treasure.
I'm afraid my duty will always be foremost for the realm, but it does appear that fate has entwined us together. My sword is yours, as is it yours, Gloin, and even you, Mr. Ratman.
Ah, well, that will not do. I do not wish to accept you as my friend. I wish you to accept me as your lord.
Who is my local lord, Craig?
You're currently in the ride. There is no actual... Is it the ride? I've just got to double check this.
Oh
One
yeah, I
second.
remember something about that ride.
There's a reason I have a map. Look, giant area. 2 seconds, it's just loading.
Or my superior?
Your superior would be whoever is the local authority.
And who's his superior?
Yeah, you are in the ride. This area is currently not ruled by anyone. This
Damn
is
it.
in the more wild areas. There's a
That means
few
you're
small
free.
villages, so technically it's a free land.
Well, you see, Viscount, where I'm from, we do not have lords or barons. I come from an area that is free of such
you live in
feudal
Daggerford, so you do have a lord in Daggerford.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I was like, sorry, I thought you meant the local area.
No, where I'm from. Who's my lord?
Daggerford, the current lord. I've got this in your CTA. Give me 2 seconds. I keep having to refer back to these.
Yeah, I forgot what my king was called.
You never got his name, to be fair.
It is because it's an actual.
Lady Morwen.
I'm afraid my sword and my duties as an inspector are pledged to Lady Lawford. But
Morwen.
Morwen.
I would like to perform a deception check.
Okay.
Yes, Lady Morwen. I know her well. I've spent many an evening talking to her about the tales and woes of us rich folk.
Your passive insight is 12, so you know that's a lie.
However, I am going to let that slide and just nod agreeingly. And I'm sure you appreciate that if I was to suddenly pledge allegiance to another lord, it would reflect very poorly on my character.
Yes, of course, my good man. I thought you were one of these lost creatures, like this dwarf or that thing over there. Here, take
Call
this.
him
Have a
lost.
look at it.
So I would like to take the coin into my fingers, and with a flick of my hand, hide it up my and feeling, I assume, the arcane pool.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to investigate with Arcana.
Make your Arcana check. 21. You've seen
Nice.
something like this for sale on the markets before.
Natural
This is a coin of delving. You can flick it into a hole, and by listening to the noise, you can tell how deep a hole is.
Ooh.
Before I retort this back to people, I'm connecting the dots in my head.
Can
And
I don't know if it's relevant, but can I do an insight to see if I can see if he knows what it is, if you know what I mean? Or is that
I'd say that's going very back and forth.
That's a bit.
Yeah.
That's a bit body expert.
Don't worry. I am going to. Viscount, you know what this is. My
well,
God,
obviously I don't. That's why I gave it to you, boy.
It's all linked. This coin. I mean, the arcane pull you felt as you grasped it, that heebie-jeebie feeling, as I call it.
Yeah, the same tingly feeling I get when I speak to Hor.
This is an enchanted coin. What you can do with it is, say, you can throw it off a ledge or down a hole or so on and so forth, and you can tell how deep that hole is. And the reason this is relevant is, do you recall when we entered the courtyard there was a well?
I do indeed. Deception check. No, I'm joking.
I do believe that must be our next point of call to finding out why on earth we've even been invited here. And I hand the coin back to him.
Well, it seems that you are a smart person in these realms.
Can't believe I got that 20.
Beyond counting that I know, so I shall follow you to where you believe our adventure leads us next.
There's nothing up here then. Anything else? No.
So I am.
Say, if you guys stay together, I'll move you to where you want to go.
Yeah, I would like to go back to the courtyard with that well.
Okay, I will take you as far as you can get. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, it's the door.
I don't like the sound. Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, I can cast knock.
Okay. As you come down the stairs back to the first floor, you notice this door has blown open since you were last here.
This door, that door. Okay.
I would know that because I have a perfect memory.
You do.
Who is in possession of this coin right now? Is it me?
You, I think.
Because I had
Yeah.
better write that down.
Coin of delving.
Coin of delving.
Sounds very useful to a dwarf in a mountain home.
Okay. I don't know if you want me to roll another sleight of hand, but I'd like to put on the nice gardening gloves.
I mean, you can. They're... so, you didn't ask exactly what they look like, but you're welcome to wear the nice gardening gloves.
Bear in mind that I am also wearing like metal gauntlets, so
They are green. They are dyed green leather with small roses embossed on them.
that sounds
Very
pretty
nice.
good actually. I would like to wear those over my gauntlet, please.
That's completely fine. Just jam them on over the thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, am I
Minus
having
1 to
difficulty?
athletics.
Yeah, I was going to say if I have difficulty, I will command the rat to help me.
no, you can get them on. They're pretty large. Most gardening gloves are a bit bigger than they need to be, aren't they?
So, as we enter this hallway, obviously we all would have noticed that doorway, but I would like to verbalise those thoughts and go, my God, it's almost as if we're just being directed to locations. This has been a subject of my research for years. That doorway, that was closed before something has blown it open. We must go. I'm feeling that way, guys.
I agree. I'm quite intrigued.
As you agree,
uh,
dwarf, there's only one person who said anything smart in this place since we got here.
If you stick together, I'll move you as a group
It's-
for this one because it'll be
If
quicker.
Kaneki Dots was born in the modern age, I think they'd probably say he had ADHD.
You're like a bit of a Sherlock Holmes kind of type. A bit weird.
Yeah.
Okay, you come into a small room with a map on the wall. 2 chairs face it. The map shows an area of the ride and a small cropped out section, which I will put into handouts in a moment.
Don't you worry, lads. I'm well educated in geography.
There we go.
Does it match any of the maps I have got?
It's very, very similar. This one looks like it's got a few more details on it of the local area, and you can see clearly at the top the fortress, tucked by the side of the mountain.
Can I note that down on my copy of the map? The additional details.
Yeah, you can copy it all down.
While we're standing
you
over
can-
the map,
Have a copy of that map.
That very much
It's
looks
hanging
like
on the
garnet.
wall, so
while we're standing over the map, I would like to say, well, obviously I understand every aspect of this map, but what do you see on here, my good learned man?
I would like to do a look, please. Is that a perception or investigate?
investigation, because you're poring over it, not just looking.
Where is the map? Which
Oof.
It's currently hanging on the wall where your chair is pointing.
This one. Oh, no, this way.
Up here, yeah.
Cool.
11. You'll notice there are 2 with an 11. I'll say you can spot the 2 villages pretty easily. If you look in handouts, you can see the actual map.
Yeah.
Let me handouts.
Is that a village sort of in the forest and then one right on the edge, the south edge?
If you looked at the very top right, just round the
Oh,
corner,
right.
there's one there, and at the bottom right as well. Those 2
Yes.
are pretty obvious.
And there's a couple of towers.
Hmm.
There's all stuff. This is going to be used later, so that's why it's there.
I see. I do understand this map. It's obviously the surrounding area.
Also, the stairs in this room lead down.
I have a feeling this map may be important later, so I've taken a copy of these details and appended them to my existing notes.
Good thinking.
Right.
Oh, I'd
I should
imagine.
expect a copy of those notes for myself as well.
Report on your desk by morning, sir.
Well, that's very good. I see you found your place. Thank you very much.
Chief Inspector.
So, habit.
How large is the map?
It takes up the entire wall.
Oh,
It's gonna have a wait quick.
so you wouldn't be able to fit it in a map case?
If you removed the whole thing and rolled it up pretty tight, you could.
Ooh. I'd like to attempt to do so.
Okay. It's just pinned onto the wall with simple clasps, so you can take it off. And you roll it up as tightly as possible and just fit it inside your map case.
I like to imagine before doing it, holds out the map case and it's like, we take. Useful.
Yeah.
Well, of course, yes, of course. I was just about to tell you to do the very same. I mean, wouldn't go in. I mean, it's almost as if you're trying to. Trying to say I'm stupid or something. I wouldn't have already ordered you to do that. All you had to do was wait for me to tell you to do it.
God, how long
Just-
is a short rest in this
An
campaign?
hour.
No, okay.
Does a short rest count as we get to go for a wee?
Back.
So while you were gone, the rat has taken the map off the wall and stored it in a small case he was carrying.
How fucking dare he?
And Gloina's falling asleep in a chair.
Fair enough. If you guys would like to take a quick pause here for a short rest, now this would be probably the last chance.
Damn, I
Yep.
should have used all of my cooldowns. Although that
I think
might
they're
have
all
made
long
me,
rest.
And
that
have my
might have
short
made
rest.
me look more like a
Gloina
servant.
asleep.
No, my cooldowns are channel divinity.
Divine titties.
Well, mine, I get
Spells.
my.
My
action
spells
surge
are
back.
long rest, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I haven't used
Okay.
it. All of my spells are combat based.
Yeah, if
Luckily,
you
I
guys
can
want to take a
change them.
short rest here, that's fine. Before we head on to the next section down the stairs, which hopefully you've sussed out.
I'll happily take a
No.
short rest.
Luckily, Luckily, I'm playing a character with an intelligence of 6, which means that all I have to be for myself to play a character with intelligence of 6 is an intelligence of at least 6.
Yeah. Alright, if we
I thought with my intelligence of 10, I was a bit on the low
Mine's 12.
end.
detect magic rat from there, you will detect there is magic on this door as well as the one over there.
I'd like to do that as a ritual, just at the end of the short rest
That's fine.
for 10 minutes. What school of magic is the doors?
I have this here. 1 second. Evocation.
Oh, evocation hurts.
The ritual is just him getting a little bit of this green stone, smashing it up for like 10 minutes with like the side of the sword or whatever to make it like really dust, and then at the end he just rubs it into his eyes, screams a little bit.
That's a little bit brutal.
I witness this and jot down this information.
He'll look towards
I-
and go,
I
evocation.
is that what the kids are doing these days?
I would like to hide the fact that I'm genuinely scared.
Fair enough.
I don't know. The
I'll
way
say,
I'm saying it
don't
is,
worry.
my character is genuinely scared, but he's trying to hide it.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'll say Gloin was asleep and missed it.
So you were taking a nap in a chair.
He's an old
Ne-
man compared to everyone else.
Kaneki
we
is
have-
just assume you're
we're
doing
having a break.
drugs.
You're having a short rest. If you guys want to take a quick break, I don't know how much longer people can continue.
I've probably got I've got a while before my medication wears off.
Oh, are those your antipsychotics?
No. My
Hey,
what are these? Asda value things. Cold and flu cap
get off!
and some ibuprofen.
Get off! Don't get off!
Toby's
Sorry.
doing.
Yeah, so
Toby's doing a harass.
yeah. If everyone wants to take a quick break, we'll come back to it, and I'll either stop it at the next combat, or we can stop when people.
Oh,
Wish I
you've
had
spoiled
a
it now.
Toby.
We were going to have no more combats for the rest of the campaign.
That'd be a
Yeah,
hell of
you
a thing. The only
quizzed
thing you
us.
ever fought was 2 groups of bugs.
I didn't fight them. Oh, I did it. I did hit them in the end. My plan wasn't to hit them at all and just order other people to do it, but they kept running behind me. Right, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so take a quick break, everyone needs to.
I actually don't like chickens. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like to be a man with a plan. Sometimes I go on Craigslist and I post lonely heart columns pretending I'm a goat.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Kiss your face.
Herman's message.
Simon actually is really rude.
So the kitten just walked over his power button.
Ha ha ha. Noob.
Oh, what happened?
The cat
The
walked over
cat,
his
the
power
cat
button.
turned off his computer.
Looks like it. Yeah.
He'll be back in a minute then.
Dear, oh dear.
Classic.
Can you minus 50 DKP for that noob mistake?
I can't.
DKP.
But, like, are you tracking? There we go. We'll wait for him to get back. Oh, dude.
I will take you to the prom, but you got to wear a tux.
I don't own a tux, sorry, I can't go.
Oh, you've let us down.
Do you own a tux? You can rent one.
That's it. I'm going to build a snake pit in your garden, and I'm going to put you in it. There won't be any snakes going in it because.
Yeah. It's just a pit, basically.
Although you don't have to worry. I don't think the snakes would kill you. You'd probably have a heart attack and just die.
We go for a walk, and every ditch we see, I'll point it out and go, "That's a snake pit, Craig. Watch out."
Oh, dear.
Just have to find out what Chris is phobic of.
Crabs.
Crab, big pardon.
Crabs. Yeah, he's deathly afraid of catching crabs.
When do crabs become body lice? Like, what's the cut-off point?
I think if it's actually, and I don't know.
Like-
there must
No,
be
they're-
one.
Because they're
If-
incredibly small, aren't they? Like microscopic, but
If they kind of like migrate up from my groin into my belly button, can I say I no longer have crabs? I have body lice because that just seems better.
I think you're just infested at that point.
Well, they say shaving doesn't get rid of them, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, they got to go somewhere.
How big are crabs? Not in the sea.
Light pubic crabs, I guess it's called.
They measure 1/16 of an inch,
That's
so they're quite
kind of
big.
a couple of few millimeters.
1.1 to 1.8 millimeters.
Well, it's reasonably sized, actually.
Oh, that's a grim fact.
Mm.
Most common way to get pubic lice is through sexual activity. In children, pubic lice may be found in the eyebrows or eyelashes and is often an indicator of sexual abuse.
Oh,
Fucking lovely.
yeah.
That's not what you want to read when you just look up crabs.
Well,
Oh,
your fault.
You had to look it up, didn't you?
Well, actually, my Google history just. I'm watching a documentary. They mentioned something. It's like just random people I've googled for. I've googled for lungworm. God knows what.
And you dissolve a body with lye.
Well, yeah, probably actually at some point. But how long does it take your body to dissolve or something in acid?
Lye
Yeah.
has a sordid history of being used for murder and dissolving corpses.
I read a lot of true crime and watch a lot of true crime and stuff. So sometimes I have to check some of that stuff. So if there's any murders happening around here, I'm gonna get the policeman on my door.
Oh, it takes less than 7 drops in an oral dose of lye for it to be lethal to a 150-pound human being. A single taste of lye would cause third-degree burns on the mouth, esophagus, basically the whole way through.
Just suffocate,
Um,
wouldn't you?
Yeah. In August 2014, large quantities of lye were accidentally mixed into iced tea at a restaurant after an employee mistook lye cleaner for sugar.
Oh,
Yeah. Hopefully no one really drank it, but would they tell?
depends what you put it in.
Maybe it fizzed.
You would hope something.
Oh, someone actually drank it. First customer. I don't know if there were any deads, but the first person to do it actually survived. 2 weeks in hospital. Couldn't talk for a long time.
Yep. I was reading about rabies the other day. That's quite nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah, but as soon as you
especially
get symptoms, you're basically dead. You
Yeah.
are going to die. That's it.
that's one thing with like, even though it's not that common in a lot of countries anymore. In Thailand, they say if a stray dog bites you, your holiday's over. You've got to go get rabies shots.
Yeah.
Even though
Any chance.
99% of the time you will be fine,
Yeah.
there's that tiny chance that
Although
you're
I
not
think
fine.
wasn't there like one case that someone actually survived after they had symptoms of some sort?
There's been 3
Yeah,
in history, I think, and it's
all millions.
it's always been something really bizarre. Like they had AIDS, and their AIDS being treated had shut down their rabies. Basically a fluke. Like they don't know how they survived it.
Basically, you get these symptoms, you're gonna die. That's it. Game over. Might as well shoot yourself at that point.
Fair.
Because otherwise you won't be able to drink. Because you get hydrophobic, so you can't swallow. God knows what.
So,
There's that footage
Not
of the
enough.
man dying of rabies. Quite.
it also makes your
Oh.
eyes bloodshot and makes you feel compelled to bite people.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Aggressive, I guess.
It looks horrible. I've seen videos of people dying from it. It's a gnarly way to go.
This one on YouTube is quite an old clip. I don't know how long old it is.
Oh, there we go. 2018, Thailand rushes to contain rabies outbreak.
I don't think we have it in this country anymore. Or at least not known.
Not actively.
They might get a bat or something with it, but I suppose.
400 confirmed cases in 2018
In England?
in Thailand.
Oh, I was going to say.
Rabies in
Confirmed ones, so
UK.
it's not the ones people died of. I guess.
Don't get bitten by a mongoose.
Okay. That's so cool.
Or UK does have something like rabies in wild bats.
Yeah, that's nice. But we don't actually have rabies anymore. I assume it's just.
They said the
bats
only
getting out or something, but-
the only humans at risk of getting this rabies-like virus are people who regularly handle wild bats. I don't imagine there's many of them in the UK.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, yeah, probably not.
That's very fucking niche.
I don't know. They might work for some kind of
Well,
conservation.
well, not necessarily conservation. People who the people catch
Maybe.
them when they're in people's houses and things by accident.
Yeah,
So the people who do that might be at risk.
pest control or something.
Also, bats aren't known for biting, really.
Yeah, but if you're catching them, they might bite you.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Shut up, Simon.
He's back.
I'm here.
Okay, let's get going. Okay, so after your short rest, I believe Gloin is currently looking down the bottom. You can feel coming up a stench of decay and death.
It smells like the rat down there.
I would
Stench.
like to find sense.
Divine sense. Can you give me
Divine
a quick
sense.
description of what that will detect?
Let me try and Google it.
That's fine. I'll Google if you're going to be doing
It's
the
gonna
same
be
thing.
undead or something.
Sense 5e.
Brilliant.
Da-da-da. Oh, of course, it's not going to automatically scroll me down. That'd be too easy. Divine Sense. Of course, it now wants me to buy the player's handbook. Divine Sense. The presence of strong evil. Da-da-da. End your turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. So you detect nothing.
Okay.
You know the time. Not the same reissue was to any place, and nothing is been consecrated or desecrated in your range.
Yeah. Well then. Who wants to go first?
I suppose, as an investigator, and as I approach you and get a whiff, I become a little bit alarmed. I should perhaps lead the way.
You group up. I've got to move you down the floor again. Okay. As you come down to the next floor, this area is also unclean, much like the area behind the rocked off wall. You notice small prison cells with the bars long since corroded are sitting open. There is what appears to be tunnel with rocks poured out to this side, which means something has probably come from underneath this fortress to have a look at what's up the top.
Tunnel.
Is there any magic?
Underground, I hope.
Within
There's no
30 feet.
magic within range at this point, no.
I would like to inspect the marks left in this tunnel. Do they look like they've been dug by tools or claws, or
Make
What
an
could I discern?
investigation check. No.
Ugh.
It looks like it's been shattered out from both directions almost.
tunnel? That
Small
was
rocks. Just been pulled wildly both sides is about what
I'm
you
just
can
gonna
tell.
Check what my stone cunning is.
With stone cutting, you can make the same investigation check with advantage.
You are considered proficient in history and double proficiency bonus. I don't know if we mapped that in.
We didn't, so just add 2. 12, 14. So the rocks. Oh no, wait. You're not proficient in history normally.
Ah, so yeah, number
So
2.
plus 4. So 16. 16. The rocks look like they were originally part of the wall, is what you'll get from history.
Uh-huh. It's just been chipped away from the wall, my friend. Nothing weird here.
Ones just inside the tunnel are from inside the cavern inside.
So it's just a dugout tunnel.
Something has been
Just-
dug out, yeah.
This is very much my kind of thing.
What's the light level like?
I am about to change that. Vision goes to darkness once you're inside.
Well, perhaps
Well-
you can show your service.
Well, I can
Lead
see
the way,
that.
dwarf.
And I suppose I will drink that potion
Ooh, let's.
because I am blind.
Fair enough.
Does she just hold on to someone?
Yeah. Let's give you. Hang on, if you hold still, I'll put your vision to the right there. Personal, generic, aura.
How long does it last, the potion?
It lasts for 1 hour.
Cool.
And you get. Let's put that one. So you can now see that range, hopefully.
All of that as well.
Okay. Everyone going to go with him, or is he just going to be allowed to wander off by himself?
Oh, Gloin would have definitely gone in ahead. Definitely into the tunnel underground, as it seems.
Okay, as you get to the fork in the road, Make a perception check for me.
Both of us or just him?
I have to go AFK. For
Oh,
like,
sure.
probably about 5 minutes.
No worries. I am going.
I can just chill in this room if you guys want to carry on.
Shall we
I'll be
wreck
there
on the
5
last
minutes.
few minutes?
I was gonna say it
Jump
might be
back.
best to wait 5 minutes to be honest, because there's
Yeah.
a lot about to go on.
So it looks like there's actually mobs and such. No, not spoiling it, but
What's happening in these rooms that we're near in this little bit?
Yeah, let's finish exploring them.
we'll come back in here then.
Yeah, come back this way. We'll finish exploring these rooms while he's doing that. So inside each of these rooms, there is what appears to be a prison-quality bed and a small pot, probably to piss in.
Oh, slot
Haven't
bucket.
even got a pot to piss in.
I'd like to take a piss in one of the pots.
Okay, go for it. As you piss into one of the pots, you notice. Which room do you want to go into?
This one looks the most private.
Fair enough. Passive perception 10. Nope, nothing. Okay, so you go inside and piss in a pot.
Lovely.
So does anyone want to go into any of the other rooms to look around?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, passive
Looks
perception
like
11. There appears to be a small note sticking out from under the pillow.
oh, I'll go and grab that.
Okay, as you read. Oh, I think my ambience has ended. Let's
Oh, yeah,
pull up.
quite.
Yeah, it's gone very quiet.
Is
What
this
do I
note
have?
going to be in common?
This note is in common. As you read it, it reads, "My last days here have been awful. No one has come down. Starving. Something clawing at the walls. All I have left is this paper," and then it trails off.
Well, I'll leave the room and I'll recant that to my compatriots, so they all know what I have read. I'll hand over the note to the inspector.
Can I discern anything else from this note?
Your guessings, I'm gonna say purely from the contents of the note, you'd be guessing someone was kept here against their will, probably a prisoner, if this appears to be old prisons. And for some reason, they stopped feeding them.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The mystery deepens, fellows.
Left them to die.
We've only had what seems to be maybe a gardener from having gardener gloves nearby.
Good guess. He
Um,
was also holding a trowel, but you guys ignored that entirely.
was it in the arm that I took that he was holding the trowel?
Yes.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure I would have known what a gardening trowel is.
That's fair enough.
I don't see many gardens, but
I suppose the dwarves probably don't do much gardening, do they?
yeah.
Rock gardens, maybe.
Maybe.
Do they have like mushroom farms like in Dwarf Fortress?
Yeah, it could, I suppose.
So they'll have to have something.
Yeah, got some kind of vegetation. Can't just eat meat. Get gout.
No.
Yes. So do we want to look in the last room?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go and explore it?
The inspector could go into that one. We both went into.
You both went into another room. So
Well, I mean,
as you go into that one, there is a
that might got
small,
nothing.
another small note. This time tucked in between two pieces of stone in the wall. Would you like to try to remove it?
It's not there.
No, he's not there. Okay, stuff it. You.
I'll have Gloyd doing it then.
Yeah. Okay, I'll move you to roughly where the note is. Just about there. So stuffed in between, you find a note.
Try to get it out, yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, this is gonna go well.
7.
Yes,
You unfortunately ripped it in half, but you can still work out what it says.
Cool.
As you read the note, it says, damn king won't feed us, won't let us out. Keeps mumbling on and on and on. We can hear him talking to the guards upstairs. Waiting for whatever it is to come out of this wall and kill the lot of them.
Intriguing. And then again, I'll say he read it out loud.
Fair enough.
So everyone could hear.
I have made notes of it.
Excellent. Excellent.
I'm trying to connect the dots. It's clear what's happened down here, but how does that relate to the body upstairs? And how long ago did we receive the summon?
About, give or take, it's between a week and a month, depending on the distances somewhere you were away.
Oh, well then.
So you all receive them perfectly, so you'd show up at the same time.
Obviously the king went mad. Then something broke in and killed everyone.
Gloin, how far did you travel? How long was your travel here?
It was a long way.
You think back, you probably took about 3 weeks getting across here.
Yeah. Huh. 3 whole weeks.
3 weeks. Gloin took 3 weeks to get here. How long did it take me after receiving my 4th summon?
You had a much easier run directly across, so about 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks for me.
How about me?
Radaman,
You were travelling fairly light and unencumbered, so I'll say it took you 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
and I suppose Ozzy gets the same question when he's back.
I'd say it took him a month. I'm sure he'd answer.
So, judging from the timings, not only was it orchestrated that we would all arrive together at the same time now, whoever or whatever summoned us did so at the very latest 2 weeks ago for me. So they were still alive or still around 2 weeks ago. There was fanfare as we entered.
Also, make a insight check for me, Kaneki.
I'm just here to find my friend.
Oof.
6. Yeah, okay, you're not going to put something together. Actually, I'll use your passive. With 12 as your passive insight, you're going to realise that that body couldn't have decayed within 2 weeks.
I already put that together.
Fair enough.
Not so much about the body, but the fact that we've all been summoned here to this point in time after whatever this event was.
Yeah.
There was clearly magic foolery afoot, but why would they not summon us before the breach and before this place was empty?
Well, I mean, if
And that's what I'm puzzling over.
it took my guy 3 weeks to get here, how long did it take the note to get to him, I suppose? Would it take him?
Well, I know the answer to that because
Would it been magic? I don't know.
some of mine was magic.
Hmm.
So 2 weeks ago, I was summoned, and for the Viscount, it was a month ago. For us to all arrive together, that's the bit I'm puzzling over. If it was we all filtered in over the weeks and months, then maybe we didn't get here in time. But we've been brought here to this moment.
Lloyd's not one for superstition, so I don't think he'd be thinking too much about it. Just wants to find his good old drinking buddy Hamming.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh no, yeah, this is.
Either way, my character will go one of
Yes.
2 ways. He will either have all his thoughts and beliefs validated, or he will slowly slip further and further into delusion about everything being connected.
Cool.
Ulfgar, that's the one I need to find.
Wolfgar. battle hammer, I believe.
To find my old battle pal.
Been a new trailer for Witcher just released. Just watched it.
I'm looking forward to the Wheel of Time, actually.
Looking forward to a Wheel of Lime.
I know that one.
Ozzy, did you say you were back?
I am back. Yeah.
So we were
I'm
just.
not. I'm not sure how.
They've been
Oh,
working out how everyone was summoned at the same time, or trying to.
Right.
And then we're gonna go down the tunnel somewhere, I think. After
Yep.
we've
So,
found some notes and stuff.
thanks to your knock, once you get to the interpoint again, can
Yeah.
you stop? Once everyone's on their way down there,
I think it was about
I assume you'd move roughly as a group here.
here. I think it was.
Like to be at the back.
Okay, in that case, at this point, please roll for initiative as you hear scurrying coming from this direction.
Oh.
I watch our
high
back
rolls.
tails.
I'm gonna go last in nearly every fight, I think. Only a -1, but still.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm -2.
Inspector Dots, you're up first.
Inspector Dots, Inspector Dots, Inspector Dots, Inspector Dots. Let me just check one thing.
Spectacle of the yard.
Do I know what's coming, or can I just hear scurrying?
You can hear scurrying.
I am going to ready a spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
You press your ready action.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So the first thing that comes into sight?
Yeah, I think so.
Fair enough. Okay. So end turn when you're ready.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and scurrying around the corner, so we'll stop when it gets into sight. You see a very, very fat looking chitinous spider like creature crawling across the floor towards you.
And then you need me to do a button.
Mm-hmm. And it fails.
Woohoo.
12 psychic damage.
And it
This-
now
this-
must use its reaction, if available, to run the fuck away from me.
Fair enough. Thankfully, it's not very fast.
Is it a full movement?
That is its full movement.
Nice.
It's still its.
Oh, that
turn.
is a nice spell. I like that.
Are we in range for that? Do. Yes, but I can only catch one of you.
I wonder who.
Not who you're expecting.
No.
Okay, Gloin, I need a
Oh.
strength saving throw.
Strength. That's at least a good one for me. Oh no.
6.
No,
Nope.
only bad roll.
You are covered in filament.
Oh.
And pulled. Do.
Oh. Yes.
All the way down. And it gets to make an attack as a bonus action. Does a 17
what is-
hit?
Yes.
Filament?
It's adhesive filament. It's an ability of this creature. It's like a
It's
sticky
basically a
fluid.
web.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically a sticky fluid thing as it pulls Gloin towards.
That's long range. That's like 45 feet.
It's 60 feet.
Sheesh.
And you take 11 damage from its claws biting out at you. And you are considered... Window campaign?
Stuck. Fixed.
Yeah, you are stuck there.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember what the exact term is. Not grappled. Restrained, that's the one.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, that is the end of its turn. Ratty, you're up.
My god, that's terrifying. Because Gloin was here, and then he just
Yeah.
disappeared down the corner.
Yeah, I
he's-
love this thing, by the way. It's my
That's-
absolute favourite cave creature.
That's a 220-pound dwarf. I just got whipped down there.
10.
That's quite a lot
And-
of weight.
Wait. 10.
I can see you a bit.
And I saw. I saw him go south, didn't I?
You will have seen just the dwarf get whomped down a hallway.
He's a big dwarf as well, big fat one.
Let's dash.
Fair. As you come to there, you can now see the chitinous creature clinging on with its claws to Gloin's body.
10, 15, 20. I'll end my turn there.
I count you're up.
I would like to shout, what? To Inspector Kaneki Dots. Well, what is it? What do you see down there? As I move 10 feet next to him, and presumably
You can also see the same thing.
a fat cave fisher.
That's the one.
Can I move through?
You can pass him, yeah, it's fine.
Alright,
Doesn't-
so I
he's not
shall move
hostile.
a further 20 feet down. And the rest of the way.
Oh.
And I would like to say, or if ever I ask you for anything, it's to grant me the power to smite this idiot. And I would like to have a vow of enmity
Okay.
against this fucking thing,
You
whatever
could-
it is,
I shall mark it with
which
something.
gives me advantage.
I'll say, I assume on next turn because you had to dash to get there.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, but you would have had to dash to get down, so
Yeah.
you can't attack a spell this turn.
Yes,
That's
I'm
fine.
agreeing with
Yeah.
you.
Okay, that's fine. I put a mark on it to remind us.
Alright, and I believe that is it.
Gloin,
Well, I guess I want to try and get away from it, break free.
you can make an athletics check to try and break out
Yeah, I think I'm going to try that.
as an action.
I suppose he couldn't really swing an axe if he's
You can
Okay.
attack with disadvantage.
not going to. I mean, I don't think he would. I think.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just gonna stay stuck here.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Don't worry, I've got something for you.
Fair enough.
Oh, has he got his dick out already?
Inspector Dots, your turn.
The first thing I'm going to do is use a bonus action
Mm-hmm.
to sing Gloin an inspiring little song, and it goes something like, Gloiny, Gloiny, he's stuck in a sticky mess. Wouldn't be the first time. How about get out of this? And I give him a D6 bardic inspiration, and he gets a little symbol next to him. If you use this on a saving throw, it will vanish, and you will gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die plus my charisma modifier.
How very much?
So 5 to 10.
I then would like to let me just check. How far away are they from me? Measuring tool.
45 feet.
45. I'm then gonna Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which whispers?
takes half 3d6. So
Switch that to half and press the button. Cool.
and that's the end of my turn. So as the end turn button.
Okay. The creature is going to. I'm going to say move. Let's say Viscount. You have an
Oh.
opportunity.
With advantage.
Yep.
How unfortunate, this poor creature. Give me a crit.
14 and 19
Close.
does hit.
Ooh.
I will
So
I'll
that
use my smite.
fair enough.
So
So that is
You roll damage for each one, so we'll take the
2d6.
second one. So 11 plus. Which smite are you using?
Just Divine Smite.
Fair.
I think it's 2d6, I'll just check it.
Just want to double check as well. Divine Smite. You can expend a spell slot, 2d8 for a first level spell slot, or 1d8 for any level higher. Extra 1d8 per level higher.
Use the
So-
first level spell stop.
So
So
2d8.
that is 1d12 plus. So that is 2d8.
Yep, you've already rolled 11 for the damage, so that's fine.
Alright. So
So
that's
that's-
9.
So 20 points of damage. Okay. At this point, the creature is now bleeding, but it is going to drag Gloin with it and attempt to stick him to the wall like the other cocoons before cutting off its filament. You
I
remain
prefer-
restrained.
I prefer raccoon.
Okay, it's then going to come back around and once again fire its filament, this time at the Viscount. Viscount, if I could have a strength saving throw for me.
You may. Oh,
7. You are also pulled up to it. And as a bonus action, it will strike you with a claw attack for a 24 to hit.
That's it.
Okay, let's take your damage of 10. And you are restrained. And that is its turn.
Oh. Move a little 5 feet so we can actually see what's going on. So these guys just like covered in a sticky web.
Pretty much. One Gloin's been stuck to the wall, ready to be dealt with later.
What have I got? What do these do again? No, that won't help.
Shoot it with your boomstick.
I'm gonna.
I just going to double check one thing I did mention. After the Viscount's attack, the creature is bleeding very heavily.
Ooh.
Cover resistance blood.
I'm gonna
Deep
pop a
breath.
little green rock into my mouth, give it a little munch, and then fire off a magic missile at it.
Interesting.
I'm gonna fire 2 at the creature,
Ooh.
and then 1 at the nearest cocoon.
Fair enough. Okay, so they can you
Oh,
roll the
actually-
damage for me? They guarantee hit, don't they?
Yeah. Can I shoot at the web that's holding?
You can.
Ooh. I do 2 at the creature and 1 at Gloin.
One at Gloin. Okay.
Oh, at the thing, not the.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say.
You have to take your first answer, I'm afraid.
Oh.
So, which ones do you want going where? Do you want
I
in
mean-
the order?
I said two at the creature and then 1 at Gloin, so I guess the first 2 at the creature and the last 1 at Gloin is a fair way to do it.
Yep. Okay. So the web weakens around Gloin, but does not break with a 2 damage,
Interesting.
and the creature does take both bludgeoning blows and is now bleeding very heavily. Viscount and Gloin, you are next to the creature. Its blood smells like alcohol.
Hmm.
I'll say, just as an interesting fact.
Lovely.
Oh, sorry. And end of the turn.
Bear in mind, I have a passive perception of 8.
I think it's strong smelling alcohol.
Alright. I have no time for that.
It is right in your face as well, I suppose.
Ooh.
I'm going to. Cast a spell?
Yeah.
No.
You can cast a spell.
Could if I wanted. If I wanted to, I could. But I'm going to hit it.
Sure. You would make an attack with advantage, so you just make an attack neutrally since you would have disadvantage. And the 20 will hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
17 damage. I don't think I'll use a smite.
Fair enough. You manage to just pull your arm over the top of the webbing and crush the creature's head in half. It is dead,
Yeah.
and combat can be cleared there.
Creature, come down here and help me unbind this fool. He's managed to get himself over.
I'm gonna rush down, and I am going to help clean up the Viscount and look at Gloin and say, you might want to attempt to struggle out of him yourself.
22. You just burst out of it this time.
You could have had like temporary hit points for 1 minute. Shame it was a good
yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I've removed your restraint.
How long
As
does
you
bardics
look-
last? Sorry.
10 minutes,
10. Right.
I believe. Kaneki, you can double check that for me. As you look over,
What's that, sorry?
how long does Bardic Inspiration last?
How long does bardic?
Okay. As you look over the creature's mangled corpse, the thick chitinous plates of its hide laying there, and the smell of alcohol coming from its blood pouring onto the cavern floor, you now see it's currently got 5 large cocoons wrapped up on the wall.
Have a little look.
As you do, could you roll me? I assume you're cutting it open?
Just seeing if I can see anything moving in it, maybe initially, but
It's body sized.
almost certainly I would try
I was
to
gonna say, it does.
maybe not whack it, but sort of slice it with the axe, maybe. Like
Roll
sort of
me
up and
a
down.
d4.
The 4.
3. Okay, and now I need you to roll me something else. Another d4, please.
1.
Or 1. Okay. So, you cut open the cocoon, and inside is the body of a humanoid wielding a quarterstaff.
Kind of like just a humanoid, or that sounds
It's
human-sized.
mostly like jellied remains at this
Yeah,
point.
let's see.
It's been
I'll pick up
liquefied by something.
I'll pick up the stuff.
You get
Have a
a
look at
small
it.
magical prang.
I don't know much magic.
Roll Arcana for me. You might be able to suss this
Yeah.
one out. It's an easy check.
Yeah, I'm pretty much neutral on Arcana, I suppose.
7. It's magic somehow.
Huh.
It's only a 10 to
Well.
beat, but
Just
I would like to pull out my short sword and carefully open Cocoon 6.
okay. I shall remove the ones we've opened. Roll me a d4. A 1. Okay. Inside yours, you find a corpse with a small coin pouch tied around its belt. And once again, the liquefied remains of the meat of this creature.
I would like to reach out and touch the coin purse.
It jingles slightly.
I would like to leave it there.
Here, creature, come and check this thing by me. You've got a sharp blade on you, haven't you?
Yes. I'd like to draw my little short sword. Try and cut open the cocoon, and then I want to try and immediately look away, and I want to start trying to eat this cave fisher or bits of it.
Fair enough. So, roll a d4 for me since you're opening it.
Oh, I lost everything then.
Oh, sorry. Could you roll me a d4 since you're opening it?
Sure.
2.
Yeah.
Opening up, you find what appears to be a small glass vial with a shiny red liquid inside. And as you turn to try and eat part of the cave fisher, I need roll me a nature check.
Nature? Why is that so high? Nature, not wisdom.
Intelligence.
Ooh.
Survival's the
15.
wisdom one, I think.
Okay.
Ah.
With a 15, you're going to realize the thick chitinous plates of this creature could very well be used as a magical crafting component, and the blood could be brewed into good alcohol.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
I shout out, here, we take shell, and points at. Well, I know many dwarves in where I'm from. Scummy part of
There is a
Baldur's Gate.
dwarven sector of Baldur's Gate, so there'd probably be some about.
They like their booze.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say any
Well,
booze
that's
is good booze.
racist. Well, that's too racist.
You-
but yeah.
All booze is good booze.
I'll point at the dwarf and go, blood, make good booze. Wait, I don't know how my character would say that, but you know what I mean.
Can I take
Also,
this?
you can take the potion,
Yes.
and if you make an Arcana check, you can try and work out what it is.
Arcana. I'm finding. There we are.
3.
Oh.
It's a red potion.
Well, I know what a red potion is, but I'll write down healing potion in my inventory.
You can take a good stab at that, yeah.
No, don't stab it, drink it.
That works too. Also, if you want to take the creature's blood, you're going to have to bottle it from the source, i.e. now, collect it up. So does anyone have anything they can put it in?
I'm just thinking, I'm not entirely sure what brewer's supplies contain, but
Let me
I'd rather
double-
brew a surprise.
yeah.
Brewer's supplies. A large glass jug. And several feet of tubing.
Ooh.
Collect some of it in the glass jug, I guess.
Fair enough.
Do we have a stopper to it or something?
I assume since it has a siphon, you'll have something you can sort of seal it up with.
Get some of that up.
You now have a jug of cave fisher blood, which, as a dwarf, you might know is often drunk neat by battle-raging berserk dwarves before combat.
Can I fill up a vial and pour out my water skin and fill that up with the blood?
Yeah, sure. That's the same. Okay, so that's that collected. Are we opening the last two? And also, since
Yeah.
I assume since you're trying to eat the meat inside, I'll say you've collected the hide, so you can put
Ooh.
cave fisher hide.
I was expecting us to have to.
I was gonna say I'm gonna let that go with the 15 nature for this one, for ease sake.
He accidentally removes it well and just
Yeah.
leaves it on.
Trying to get to the meat just perfectly cars off the hide. Okay, and everyone who's opening the other two, which I'm gonna guess is Gloin and Kaneki, roll a d4.
Yeah.
4 for Gloin and 4 for Kaneki. Okay. On each of these, there is a small piece of jewellery. A necklace in Gloin's and a ring in Kaneki's, both with a bloodstone inserted. Value
I
roughly 50 gold pieces.
would like to take it.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think I'm going to leave it. I'll touch it. I'll touch it first.
I will take it.
You'll take
I'll take it.
You'll take it, fair enough. So you can just add it, bloodstone jewellery. I think you had the ring. And Kaneki, you had the necklace. But it's just, yeah. So that's them gone. Okay,
I left all that on the corpses, by the way.
fair enough. So it's still there if anyone else wants to nick it.
What's the cave fisher taste like?
Cave Fisher is gamey, but it has that sort of sweet marinated and alcohol sort of flavour.
Flambe it.
So you could with a small fire. Also,
And
the
I've access
whole
to
blood
fire.
is alcoholic thing. Yeah, the whole blood is alcoholic thing. It gained fire vulnerability halfway through the fight.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to hint towards the two of you with the alcohol blood smell.
I mean, I don't have fire anyway. I suppose outside of the tinderbox, but
Fair enough.
yeah. I didn't think of it really at the time.
Okay, are we moving forward?
But which way do we go?
We can head back.
Inspector has started walking south, and he's pointing at his eyes.
I was going to say, oh yeah, you've got a time limit on this.
Oh. Let's bounce.
I was
And
gonna
with
say,
that, I mean, quick,
after an
hurry,
hour,
hurry.
he can't see in the dark.
He doesn't need to. I will lead you.
Okay, as you start coming around the corner. That knock spell has really screwed you, by the way. Please roll initiative again.
That's getting gradually higher with my initiatives. Oh no.
Okay. As you hear squeaking and flapping noises coming from further inside the cavern. This one's going to come straight over for its turn and end there. Inspector.
Inspector. Who? Inspector is going to sing a merry little tune to the Viscount. And he's going to go, Viscount 1, Viscount 2, Viscount 3. You're the man! I'm running out of ideas.
I'm a man.
So you take a D6 inspiration dice.
That does
Blinds. No, does it?
Would have gone anyway.
Is it not? I thought
Oh.
we only have it on one.
I can't remember, you know.
It's probably gone anyway, depending on the time limit. We definitely would have spent it. If it's 10 minutes, we would have worn off probably.
Yeah, I think it will fall off. That's a good point.
No, you can have them on multiple people. Just you can't have more than one die.
Yeah, I
on
can't
one person.
give
So
give
so
you lots of them.
Matt and me can have one. Yeah.
And then with my main attack, I am going to. I think I'm just gonna knock a crossbow bolt, and I am going to do that.
16 will hit. Roll for damage. 6.
Then, you know what I'm going to do next?
End your turn.
I'm going to do that.
Right, you're up.
5. Then I'm going to come around this corner, and I'm going to take the dodge stance.
Fair enough.
Because I don't know what there is. I've just seen people shooting away.
Okay, he's going to move over to here and end his turn.
I think I just saw the speed of that.
Well, these aren't mere bugs here now, are they? I suppose it's something to actually fear. I better go and take care of them. Gonna move to here.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast. I just did better. I'm gonna cast wait, hold on. Just check. Let me just check something quickly, because this seems unrealistic.
Yeah.
What I'm about to do. I'm just checking I can actually do it.
Most smites are a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm going to
Only
cast
this
Thunderous Smite.
Mhm.
And I'm going to roll to attack.
Fair enough.
So, there we go. Oh shit.
An 8 is going to miss, unfortunately. But
What do
if
I
you
get from you, Chris? D6.
Was that an attack?
Yeah.
Let me just open up my thing. So on an attack roll, after you add it to the attack roll, the moat thunderously shatters. A target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con saving throw against my spell save DC or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the dice.
Okay. Do I roll it or do you?
You can roll the dice. It's fine. Just a d6. 5.
5.
Takes you up to 13.
Oh.
Will hit.
Hey.
Oh.
Have it roll a con save.
I think it's just dead.
16. So it just
Uh,
matches your.
Yeah,
So can you roll the damage for your thunderous smite for me, please?
Sorry, what a smite? Just noticed there's another one there. My paladin isn't very observant. He's just noticed that as he came around the corner and decided maybe to save a spell slot. So thunderous smite
Extra
is
2d6.
2d6, and then obviously the old one.
The 9 from the. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, the 9 you've already got.
You've
it.
already. Yeah, I was
Oh,
say it's set to
Oh,
roll
right,
your damage for you
that's
straight away.
So 2d6.
because he passed the con
6.
check, by the way, he doesn't take anything from the bardic dice.
Oh,
It's not a half.
15.
well, he's
Okay.
knee dead, and then
It's not looking great.
and then he has to do a strength saving throw versus my DC, which is
He gets a 4. He's failed.
13. So he is 10 feet away from me and not prone.
He falls down into this chasm and dies. Oh no, wait. I need to double check if they can be knocked prone. Because they might be immune to that condition.
Oh, for fuck's... You know I was saying, does anyone have a spade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You.
I'm a fucking creation bard.
Oh yeah.
And the answer to that question is they are not immune, so it falls to its death.
Nice.
Nice.
Also, that black area is pit, just as a warning.
So we can also fall twice.
Normally I wouldn't
You
have
stop
noticed.
moving up. You can't
Normally I
see.
wouldn't have noticed that, but having seen the bat fall down, I now know there is a pit there, so that's handy.
Fair enough.
Can you imagine if we all just walked in one by one and just fell to our death? Viscount, where'd you go?
Can you imagine if you were doing this without the ability to see?
Hmm.
The reason I was saying I thought it might be OP is because I realised you can actually do Thunderous Smite and Smite at the same time.
If I couldn't see,
2d6,
I would
2d8 plus your weapon damage.
I would be dead very quickly in combat because every attack against me would be with advantage because it would all be a surprise.
The final bat, which amazingly is the one I called Steepy because I needed to give them 3 different names, and is the one going last, will fly across the chasm to attack. Oh. Why has that not worked?
Oh no, Craig.
Hang on, I can
It's
fix
really
it.
confusing to me because I can't see around the corners. I have no idea what's going on.
Yes.
I assumed combat was over. And I moved. I went, oh no.
Oh god, I'll just have to roll it a flat 20 and then add it on. It gets a
I can see a-
7.
Bit of a health bar. That's it.
That's a miss.
No, it's going to do the plus now. 11 total.
That's a miss.
Still a miss. That's its turn.
Ah, me.
Gloin, you're up.
I'll move down. Oh, there's a bat.
The very
Oh.
large bat.
And
Pretty boy.
15 closer. And stare down the bat.
Fair enough.
Sleepy. And that's probably all I'm gonna do there.
Connected. Inspector Dots.
I am going to take one step this way so I can see him. And I am going to unleash my fury by doing
Oh,
No.
by doing this.
my fury.
Okay, so you fire a bolt off into the darkness. It skitters about, and you hear it fall down a hole.
And it come where I've had this potion, my eyes be like glowing yellow, like in the dark. And
Glowing
as I
orange,
as
actually,
I
was.
yeah, as I take that shot, they just glitched out a bit, like they just went back to normal color and then back on. Oh fuck!
Okay, right, you're up.
Is that gonna? Will this get rid of it? Yeah. Very tentatively walk around the. Oh, that's a big bat.
Mm.
Hey
Um.
boy.
Dum dum dum. Da, da. What do I want to do? Mood 5. 25. 30. So one more space to be 30 foot away. And then I'm gonna start cackling away and fire off some green lightning shit. And do Witch Bolt against him.
Ooh,
Which-
that is a
oh.
hit.
Ooh. Oh.
That's fine. 2.
And he's just
And you are
laughing and laughing.
concentrating on it, I believe.
Yeah, it's like you can use
yes.
a bonus, can't you?
Yeah, to redo the damage each turn.
His spell. End turn. I might fix that when it's.
Okay, this one's going to come around to the point which he can reach the Viscount. And is also going to make an attack.
Yeah.
12. Does not hit.
Nice.
Viscount, you're up.
I'm going to turn behind me and say, "Who is this dwarf skulking in the shadows? I've known dwarves to be many things, but not cowards." As I take another swing.
Which one? Vicious or Sleepy?
Um,
They were named exclusively by how the portraits looked.
Sleepy.
Fair enough.
And do I want to do anything else? No, I don't think that's. I think hitting things is probably the best. Wow, did I roll
25.
a natural 1 on the damage? Oh, 2 on the damage.
2 on the damage. Okay, so let's take damage from you.
I might as well. Oh, should have done something different.
What do you want? Do you want to do anything else?
I was going to use Hunter's Mark.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, I've got Bless as well. No, I shall not smite this turn.
Fair enough. Okay, so the Sleepy Bat is going to retaliate against you. 22
Oof.
That's a miss.
for 8 points of damage. I'll put it through. Ouch. Okay, that's his turn. Gloin.
I'm going to move in. I guess.
I'll say you
20.
can get round to you can get around those bits there. It's
I'll,
it's opening up.
Take a whack at Sleepy.
Fair enough.
See if anything happens.
20 will hit. Let's have him take damage.
And I'm going to use Quick Toss.
13, so that's that one dead.
Oh, well, Quick Toss my throwing axe at the vicious one.
Fair enough. 12 will not hit. You still have Bardic
Glide
Inspiration, I
fast.
believe.
Oh yeah, still have it, don't I? How long did it last? Was it
It'll
just...
still be going. You get 10 minutes in the end.
Cool.
4.
Oh.
Okay, so that makes so he has to roll a con save.
That's an attack, so is that the con? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's failed.
So that's so he takes an extra 4. So you deal a grand total of 16 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh.
16 with a throwing axe.
the hurty man.
Ah.
So that must
Oh, and
be.
I've got an extra 5.
You got 5 more movement to use. Yeah,
I'll move out into that bit. There's this bit where the edge is. Then.
that's where the edge is. Yeah.
All right, cool. And
Ooh.
that is that.
Okay. Inspector Dots.
Inspector Dots. Quick question: how big is medium?
A medium is 5 foot, so the same size as you, Gloin, and Viscount.
I was just doing some reading about the creation thing, It'd be really good later on. At the moment, 5 foot's a bit naff. I would like to take 2 steps forwards, and I would like to say at the top of my voice, "Batty, batty, batty boy," and viciously mock the giant bat.
I believe that's a wisdom saving throw. Oh no, you can do that through your spellbook, can't you?
Yeah,
can
give me
roll it at
2
all.
seconds. Ba-ba-ba.
Batty man.
It fails.
Very nice.
Not by much.
Oh.
It takes the full 1 damage.
It has disadvantage.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Fair enough.
Bring your
That's
pretty
probably
face to my axe.
Fair, that's probably one of the best cantrips.
It's low damage, but it is effective.
I suppose it's mostly for its utility.
Right, you're up.
Gonna creep a bit forward. See if there's anything more coming.
So, I've got your vision range.
Going to. How hurt does it look?
Quite badly.
Hmm.
Craig,
Yes.
Yes.
I've got a really weird question to ask you.
Send it to me in a message. I'll get back to you.
How big is... Oh,
Enormous.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Yeah.
Nice.
9 piercing damage. As the thundering echo of the bullet cracks out, it drops dead.
We're such a loud party.
I'm gonna go get my throwing axe.
Well, we all did our part, I must say. Even from you, Sir Bard. I felt some kind of inspiration.
And now where do we go from here?
what do your
Round
eagle eyes see,
and
Master
down.
Dwarf?
Let's see, what do my eyes see?
We appear to
Nothing.
have a
Make a
chasm.
perception check for me.
Can't see anything.
Oh,
Very well.
You can see in the
okay.
dark, you just can't see very well.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, you are going to notice. Let's bring this into view. Visible to players. There is a smoothed section on the ground over here. Appears to be unnatural stone.
It appears to be a plate.
Let's go have dinner. Hmm.
There is a chasm, and I think with Gloin's got the furthest distance because he's standing at the front, he can see this hole at the back, which appears to be a way down.
There's a big hole over there.
So, Craig,
Mm.
using that same argument,
Yes.
if I created a collapsible ladder,
You
it
could.
could be slightly bigger than 5 foot tall, which is naff for a ladder.
Yes, it is.
Could it be 30 foot?
No, a collapsible ladder would
Fuck.
be 20 foot at the highest because that's the size of a collapsible ladder at the
Damn
lowest
it.
size it
Is
comes.
that because you just measured the gap?
Yep.
Surely you can
Allow me to point out there is a way around this quite easily.
rope.
Rope is a good option, but there's nothing to tie it to on the other side.
I
Right.
mean, the other way.
I
goes the other
reckon
bit.
this is very important. And that
Oh.
other way just leads back here, by the way.
Yeah.
The other way does lead back there, but there is something relevant to it.
Oh, hold on. It's closer.
Is it 20
Yeah.
foot?
Yeah, I suggest we go the other way.
Ah, yes.
No, he would have actually
I'm
seen
gonna
that.
move you
It
guys
worked
round
back.
straight to it to save some
Yeah.
time. But I'm gonna say as you get here, move to where you would go to naturally.
Actually, no, yeah, on the edge.
Fair enough. Okay. Now, with your perception check from there, this is going to come in to view.
A
There
giant
appears to
dragon.
be a pressure plate.
Ooh.
Oh, can I
Tonicky Dots is ignoring the pressure plate.
can I lay on hands, please?
Sure. How many times do you want to heal yourself?
Let's do 10.
10.
Wait,
Sure.
how much have I got?
You've got 12
Two.
left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've done it.
Heal.
Oh, apparently I've used them all.
Gone through them all. Well, I've healed you now. It's fine. I know you only healed Gloin for 3, so
Hmm.
you should have 2 left.
Oh,
But-
okay. No, I don't know.
It's
He
fine.
did
We'll
use
leave
one
it there.
himself
Oh,
as well.
look,
didn't he?
gentlemen,
You know.
there appears to be a mechanism.
Oh, you
As you
stepped
stand atop the pressure plate, the column over here rises out of the stone and comes up.
it.
That's a rubbish bridge.
I told you it was a bridge.
I come back over here and I use a performance of creation to make a 20-foot ladder.
That's fine. Also, as you step off the plate, the column goes back down.
And I would like to attempt to jimmy the ladder across the gap.
That's fine. You create a bridge. Would you all like to move across?
I would
Yeah,
like to
how much
clarify,
weight can this ladder take?
Yeah.
A, it should be one at a time, and B, and this is a most important part, the minute you touch the ladder, a melody will play that you can hear. And it's going to go something like, oh, 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 oh.
Not at all worrying as you're sitting over a chasm.
I don't think that's the most important part. I think the most
Slick
important part
slinch.
is how much weight can it take.
Yeah, one at a time. I think a ladder's standard is pretty high, but it is collapsible. So let's have a look.
Mm.
Can I attempt to throw a grappling hook across the space?
There is nothing to hook it onto.
Not onto the ground.
You could try and hook it into solid stone, but it's gonna be tricky.
Oh, I'm going to throw it.
It's almost like.
I would like
let's
to
see.
climb across my bridge, if I may.
Do you weigh less than 150 kilograms?
I do.
Then you
Hell of
are
a lot
fine.
less. Woohoo!
Even I probably weigh less than 150 kilograms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I weigh 140 pounds. So that's
Definitely
like
don't weigh
shitloads
less than
less.
400
That's
pounds.
300 pounds.
330 according to this, yeah.
You can just head across the ladder.
I haven't
individually.
actually worked out how much I weigh.
It's not together.
I didn't think it would ever come in.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we got a TPK because we
By
all
a
just got on the ladder at once?
To be fair, I'd have to roll damage. It's almost like I gave you a coin so you could work out how deep this pit was.
Yeah.
No, no, that's don't be stupid. That's for the well.
This one.
You all head across the ladder. This hole, on the other hand, there is no way to climb down it. But you can definitely see there is ground at the bottom because it is lit.